Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. As usual, in the course Engineering Design, Introduction to the Engineering Design, IE 202, we had a workshop today. This workshop is related to electrical and electronics engineering, and the students have been taught theoretically and also practically the basic electronics components and also microcontrollers which they will be using in their projects. So today I have with me a student who attended this this workshop, and I will ask him how does he feel about this. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
What is your name?
Mansoor Fallaza.
Okay, Mansoor. So tell us about your experience for this particular workshop.
It was a good workshop, very informative and very good, but the problem is that our level is basic on the electronic and electrical field. For me personally, as an industrial major, so it was a bit complicated, but other than that it was very informative and very helpful for us in the project.
But imagine if you do a project,
Yeah.
and if you know nothing, it's better at least you know something now.
Yeah, it's better to have some basic ideas or basic rules about the parts, because it will be very helpful in our project.
So what is your project?
Smart backpack. Smart backpack. And it's a smart backpack that has fans, and it works with solar panels to convert solar light solar light to power.
So you will be definitely using this electrical circuits.
Exactly.
So in this scenario, I think whatever you are learning here is definitely useful.
Very useful. I think it's very useful, and I'll try to take the best knowledge from this lecture or this workshop to use the perfect parts in my concept or an artifact.
Okay, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, now I have another student with us. Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
What is your name?
محمد السقاف.
Muhammad Sagaf.
Yes.
How about today's workshop? What is your impression?
It was good, but I have some experience with this element. But I think we have to practice more and know how to use this element with practically more.
So you think that this was too much theory? If it was practical, it would be better.
Yes, of course, sure.
So what project you are doing in engineering design?
We are doing a smart board cleaning and scanning system that is clean automatically and scan from the board. So the doctor or the instructor doesn't need to clean the board, and he doesn't need to make the student to copy from the board, so they can just scan the board and they have the photos.
So this project will definitely involve electronics, right?
Yes,
So this course probably, whatever you have studied here, even if theoretical, still it helps, right?
Yes, it's help, but when you do your project, you need to do more practically.
It's more practically. So hopefully we are listening to this, and in future we will make sure that more practicals are involved as compared to the theory. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Now we have another bright student with us. So let's talk to him. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And it was a good experience today.
What is your name?
Muhammad Gharbi.
Muhammad Al-Gharbi. So yes, tell us about our today's workshop.
I believe that it was a good experience, although we couldn't actually understand everything because it's too much material, but of course having something to understand is better than having nothing.
So that means that if you are not going through this, for example, you don't take this workshop, even if it's a little bit more theory than practical, it's better to have some knowledge, and now when you go for a project, whatever project you are doing, it will definitely help you, at least from the knowledge point of view.
Of course, for having this knowledge, it could help us to not look for things that we didn't know about. It will save us much time, and it will help us a lot regarding our project.
So for in future we will be conducting these workshops as well. So what do you suggest for the future workshop? What improvements we can make in this?
For improvements, actually, I believe that a more suitable place would be better because some students cannot actually hear the voice of the coordinator or the one who is talking. Maybe if it's just like the other workshops when you did it in a masrah, it was better. It was quiet. It was you know what I talk about.
You mean the hall? The hall was good where we presented, and because of the audio system and all this, it was good to hear, and you can see the screen. The screen was quite big. So you believe that the place is quite small here?
Yeah, it's quite small, and maybe for some students that didn't come, they didn't actually can see very well the board. It was actually very helpful for to be in the masrah.
Okay. Thank you very much for talking to us.
You are welcome, and I hopefully that next workshops will come again.
Now we have another happy student with us. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So, okay, first tell us about your name.
Abdurrahman Isam Al-Faisal, a student in the electrical engineering department.
MashaAllah. So, what is your impression about today's workshop?
Well, it was a very good workshop. It taught me a lot of things, such as how to convert the AC current to DC, and how to deal with the capacitors, resistors, and also the inductors, and how to apply them in the real life.
What is your project?
Right now, I'm thinking about a project in the IE 202 course about a vibrating shoe that uses sensor to protect blind people from sudden hits, using a simple electric circuit.
So you can see that this is involving a lot of electrical circuits,
Yeah.
and this knowledge which you got today probably will help you there.
Yeah, of course, it will help me.
So for future, if we have to conduct the same workshop, what do you suggest? How can we improve it?
Maybe make the students participate in the explaining, or make some worksheets to make sure that the students are okay with the information, and also maybe reduce the time, or make a small presentations before the lecture time. So it's like a brief description about what will be discussed in the lecture.
So that means that you are saying that the time for the lecture, theoretical lecture, should be reduced, and more time should be given for the practical work which you just saw here.
Like almost 1 hour in the lecture and 1 hour for practical work.
All right. So we take your suggestion as for our future seminars and future workshops, and we are actually in a process of setting up a workshop for the course. So that's why we are taking help of these people here, so that they can help right now. But once our workshop is ready, we will have these devices over there, and you can go in there and practice as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for talking to us. Now we have another student with us who will be talking about his impressions about today's workshop. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
How are you?
I am fine, thank you.
What is your name?
I am Bilal Abdullah from the Faculty of Engineering.
All right. So, what do you think about today's workshop?
Today's workshop was about the electrics and electrical parts. That I think it was 2 hours of common informations that most of the engineering students already have a really good background about it, especially that the most of the attendants are studying for their 3rd year in the university and their 2nd year in the engineering department.
So, in which course they actually studied this? For physics?
Most of it, in the physics course last year.
So you are saying that whatever you are studying today or getting this presentation, you are saying that most of these things you know before?
Yes, most of them. It was like a review for the past informations, and I think the students that attend today and they don't have a background about these materials, I think personally they are under the line.
So you are saying that maybe it's helpful for those who did not know much about this, but in your case, you knew some of these things which they explained you today.
For myself and for most of the people, I think they already know something about this, and it was good to have a review about
the concepts.
About all the concepts in 2 hours. Yeah.
And what would you say about the future improvements when we will be presenting the same workshop in the upcoming semesters? What you reckon we should do to improve the workshop?
To improve the workshop, like a student had said before, we need to practice maybe, and the time itself, as the doctor said, it's a little bit short for this huge and very important subject.
So you mean that maybe there should be, instead of having one seminar or one session, there should be 2 or 3 sessions where they can have some theoretical knowledge, and then they can come in the upcoming workshops, but they just do the practical work rather than again going into theoretical side.
Yes, exactly. The practical side is much important at this level for the students themselves, because we are already in the second year of engineering. So practicing is more important than reading at the moment.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we have with us the instructor of today's workshop, Engineer Abdul Muttalib. And I think everybody in the electrical engineering department knows him. So thank you very much, Engineer Abdul Muttalib, for giving us such a wonderful workshop.
Thank you. Nice to see you, to see all students, and I hope we will be explain all students about something in electronics parts.
Yes, thank you, because I know that the space here is quite limited, but still you did a very wonderful job, especially at a time it's from 6 to 8 p.m., which is not an easy time. So how is your experience for today? Because you also teach this course, but how is your experience?
I found more students is interested and ask about more things to know all the specification for parts of electronics.
So you are saying that the students were quite happy, and they were very they were sitting here for a long time, and still they were
but very happy. The students was very happy.
So for future workshops, what do you say, how can we improve it?
Yes, improved. We must have the time, enough time to explain students for everything, for parts and for connection and everything. But the time, it is very
limited. It's limited time, and they need to have more practice time.
Yes. We must also the students ask to how to measure, how they measure the parts. It is okay, not okay. Where is the cathode? Where is how this resistor, how this capacitor? It will take a long time or big time, more than of this.
Yes, but hopefully we will have our own workshop from the next semester, and we will have all the components, electronic components, and hopefully you can come there and help us with the practicals.
I am ready, inshallah, I be there with you.
So on behalf of IE 202 team, I would like to thank Engineer Abdul Muttalib for his great effort for our course. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ghafar, and thank you for students who attend our workshop.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for being with us.